Hey, good morning. Welcome to the studio at Two Girls Treasure. I am Diane Pruitt, your hostess. Come on in, and it's the Friday finale. We've done a lot of different stamping, a lot of different techniques, used a lot of different products this week. But now we're going to get to the one I've been waiting for, my studio shirt. We did jeans, we did fabric, we used a nice little tea bag, travel bag, and we have done my personal favorite so far, this gorgeous little jean jacket with pavo. Do you love this? Throw out some hearts if you love. I'm trying to see if I can see it. Let me see it. Let me see it. Am I showing it to you? Yes. We used the stamps on this, and then we stamped back over it with the soft scrub bleach. We even used a powdered decolorant, and that's clearly not our jam. I'll search the other big stores in town and I'll see if I can't find a liquid decolorant, because they have to make it, you'd think. Well, today is the finale. So I bought a couple of these. These are extra large, and they're great linen shirts, and they cover me up when I'm working in the studio, so I don't have to wear an apron all the time, because these things pull on your neck, right? And they've got pockets, but then they pull on your neck even more. So I bought this. This one's mine, and I bought them specifically to do stamping projects with. So since we are upcycling jeans and shirts for back to school this evening from 5:30 to 7:30, we still have a couple of seats left. And tomorrow morning from 10 till noon, I think everybody's exhausted because it's the first day back to public schools. But we're still going to have this event, and we would love to have you join us tomorrow morning, 10 till noon. Just RSVP on our website, or give me a call, or come by, and we'll get it taken care of. I'm going to tip you down so you can see all the goodness of what we're working on today. I went and picked up some extra stamps right before I came on. Good morning, Brenna. Good morning. I think it'll be a minute before we can get Mel to show us her shirt. She was in transit yesterday, arrived at her destination, and I'm positive she's going to be busy. I love this little stamp set, the Apothecary labels. One, it's just stinking cute in its own little package and the size, and it has 4 different typographies, and then it has apothecary labels that the letters fit into. So this is a great stamp set. I also went and picked up Reverie simply because there are some flourishes in here that I really want to use. This we're going to use for the flourishes, I believe. I picked up birds and bees because we need some birds in our lives. I don't know so much about the bees. I'm allergic, so I'm scared, even though they're stamped. But they look so stinking cute, don't they? All right, and this is the brand new Summer 2024 collection release. This is called Garden Bouquet. This is a beautiful selection of summer florals, and I want these on my shirt. I don't know that I will use the ephemeral type so much, but there might be some elements there. There might be. And I put that in one of the stamp envelopes. Now this one is upside down. This is Charlotte. I love this, and I will absolutely be using elements from Charlotte as well. And then I got these two out. Didn't use them yet. This is Catwalk, and this is Heavenly. I got this out to use this on the jean jacket. We did not get that far. I completely destroyed the base of one of our displays yesterday. So that's what I spent my day working on. All right, I'm going to start at the back center bottom, which is the tail of the shirt. And there we go. We're going to stretch it on out smooth and even. And let's get back to the garden bouquet, because this is the one. And I do have the masks for this handy, so let's dig into this one. I'm going to ink this. I'm going to ink the whole thing, and I'm going to ink the whole thing in China Blue, so that when we get ready, China Blue's on the other side. There we go, China Blue. I've been using Ocean's Deep all week. This is China Blue, very classic. But when we get ready to colorize this, I want it colorized over the China Blue ink. Very classic blue and white. I might not even color it in, and I probably really want to use some greens for the stems. I always want to use more than one color. We can do that. It'll look stunning. All right, I'm going to do this right on the protective back sheet that we have here. I probably should pull in another sheet to protect my shirt while I'm inking. I know it's green. I should swap that out for the white. But it was the first one. It was handy. All right, I'm going to tip just down into the edge of the leaves, and then we'll get the new grass out, and we'll stamp the leaves in the new grass. Nice and juicy, because we're going on to a very thirsty linen fabric, and I'm going to clean up around the edges, because I don't want any ink where it's not supposed to be. I want a nice clean finish. There we go. And that happens sometimes. Just take your wipe and wipe it clean. All right, we're just going to start right here at the very beginning, at the bottom edge. And we'll just tip these hydrangeas in, just like that. Now, everything I used the soft scrub bleach on, I cleaned immediately and then cleaned again. The immediate cleaning was with an alcohol wipe. The secondary cleaning was with some Dawn dish liquid, because it cleans the best. I don't have any damage to my stamp sets, nothing frosted over. Everything is still just like it was to begin with. In great condition, still usable. Even my brayer looks a little bit cleaner. And I'm just going to run over this several times, because I want a nice set in of the inks. And when you're done, just lift up your stamp set. Can you see that really well? There's a little line on my side. How's that? Isn't that pretty? I wish my hydrangeas were blooming like that. But they're not right now, so it's okay. They will next year. And I can wear my hydrangeas all winter. All fall, all winter, into the spring again. God willing, and the creeks don't rise. We'll get back to it. All right, let's get our masks out, because at this point, I want to protect this, and I got a little blue there, it's okay. I want to protect this image so that when I stamp again, I don't stamp over it. So we will cover that with a mask and we'll let it live just like that. Now, let's do it again. Because when you have hydrangeas, you usually have several. I think I'll put one right here, and I might put the tip of one right here. Let's do it again. We'll do our China blue ink first. And I think, let's just look, I could juice up the blue a little bit more, just a little bit more to do this one. There we go. You can repeatedly tamp over the top of your stamp set. You don't want to smush your ink, because if you smush your ink, then it goes down inside the area that you want defined, and therefore you spoil your definition of your image. So gently apply and reapply and apply again if you want a heavy load of ink, which when you're doing material, fabrics, cottons, linens, denim, you really want to make sure you have a nice juicy load so that you can apply that to your fabric and get a beautiful image. Without it, you're going to have a light image. You're not going to have enough ink to really show all the little buds and blooms that you have in your stamps. When you're masking, when you're stamping images over images, lay your mask down, make sure it's covering your area well, and then bring it on in. All of your image is not going to stamp because you're stamping over the top of another stamp. It's okay. Let's watch how this happens. But this is how you can maintain beautiful, clean images. Run your brayer over, anchor the stamp. Not just the sheet, but the actual stamp that you're using. Because as I'm rolling, it's wiggling, but it's not moving. It's only because I'm rolling pretty firmly. But the stamp set itself is not moving. And you don't want it to shift, because if it shifts, then it's going to smear your image. And then you're not going to have beautiful buds and blooms. You're going to have colorized blobs. And that's not what we're going for. That is the beauty of masking. And the mask came up with the stamps. And that's okay. That looks gorgeous. Now, what do I do now? Because I have this one and I have this one, and I want to put another one right here. I'm glad you asked. Let me show you. That's why I have so many sheets of cardstock available. Let me, oh, come on. Pull up. I just want the one. I just want the one. I want the white one. All right. I have not cleaned the ink off, but I also know that I used most of it. So let's go back in. Doesn't matter what color. Ink it. And stamp it on your cardstock. This is what we did when Iron Orchid Designs first came out and there were no masks. We made our own. All right, lift that up. And let's get the scissors out. Not my faves, but these will work. And we're going to go in close cut. Does not have to be exact, but pretty close cut. Try to trim out your details. My little white scissors would be perfect for this. Trim that on out. Around the top side's going to be testy because, you know, they're hydrangeas and they're little bitty blooms. It doesn't have to be exact. It definitely does not have to be perfect, or I wouldn't be doing it. And if you have an X-Acto, you can do this with your X-Acto and it'll work great. I have one on the other side of the store, but it's not here. I use it for other things, so it's in the place where it should be. Let's trim that out. And this is just the way that you can create your own masks if you need them. The ephemeral type stamp set did not come with masks, if you did not notice. And it's not such a big deal, but if you want to stamp over that as opposed to stamping it over something else, then you're gonna need a mask to do that. And that set didn't come with masks. Don't ask me why, but it just didn't. And keep in mind, I do still have some of the summer 2024 release available. We were a little late in the season, but you know what? These stamp sets don't go bad. They're good anytime. Middle of the winter and you have the blues, get out your stamp sets for spring. Makers, you need these all year round. So don't sweat the fact that it is now August 1st and we're hitting the hydrangeas, because you and I both know that the fall release and the Christmas release will be right around the corner. I've had a lot of people asking. You know it's coming, right? Don't sweat it. Let's enjoy these amazing products. Let's explore all the different ways we can use them, and let's enjoy them. Let's enjoy them. All right, now we made our own mask. A little bit of cut and paste, and ta-da! We made a mask. Now, we know we're only going to use the top portion. So let's go ahead and just ink the top portion here. And then wipe that clean. There we go. And let's move the green out of the way. Position this where we get maximum coverage. And let's lay this in and roll it out. Good morning, y'all. Oh, thank you. Y'all should be here tonight or in the morning. Y'all should do this. If you need me to go get your shirt, let me know. I'll go pick them up. And let's just sit around and really enjoy the beauty of everlasting hydrangea blooms. Look how beautiful. And it even skipped a center portion just like your hydrangea bush would. Can I please get some thumbs up and some hearts and some laughy faces for the beauty of the Garden Bouquet stamp set from the 2024 summer release. Yay! This is gorgeous, y'all. Throw those hearts and laughy faces and thumbs up out there. Throw them all out there. I love it. Thank you. Now let's clean off that hydrangea and let's keep building on our flower bed. Now, I'm crazy about roses. If you know me, you know this fact. It is not a secret. It is a solid fact, and if you know me at all, this is something you do know about me. Roses are my jam in life. And I like red roses. So, let me investigate my extra special tucked away inks. I have extra brayer. Oh, there they are. Boo. I have garish. I have 20 years port. I have rouge. Of course, I have tomato. These messy little gems are the Iron Orchid Designs first generation inks. I love the height of the bottles. They actually hold 3 ounces of ink, which lasts for 10 forevers. These bottles are two ounces, which last for 9.5 forevers. So if you have projects that you need to ink, please note that it's going to last for a long time. All right, I'm going to stretch this straight right here. I probably need to shift it over because we're going to be on the edge of the towel underneath, and I don't want that lump in my roses. So we'll shift those hydrangeas over. We'll keep that tail straight right there. I'm going to keep my paper handy because we're going to not only stamp this, but I'm going to bray on my red inks. This will sit right here, and I'll keep this right here so I don't get any extraneous ink on the shirt where I don't want it. Now, Ruin is a grayish green, Bottle is a green. I like to blend those, but I'm going to continue to use my New Grass, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp my leaves and stems right now. I'm going to do my best to get up around that little area. Just tip the ink pad up on its end and very gently go in and around where you need it. Just like that. All right. Then, break out the brayer. I'm going to line a little bit of rouge. I'm probably going to have to uncap it. Oh, be careful. Happy weekend, Jamie. Yay, it's Friday. All right, just a little bit of rouge. And I think I'm going to mix this with some garish. This is sort of a pinkish red. Kind of nice for roses. I let these gum up. The lids need to be washed in hot water. So I'm just going to drizzle some down in there. And then I will run my brayer through and get that vibrant red color. Look at that. Can you see it? It's beautiful. Let's get these roses covered. And just know, you don't have to go around the world with plain old clothes on anymore. Now you know how you can deck them out in some beautiful patterns and colors. You have the tools. Here's how you use them. Let me grab another alcohol wipe and clean up in the edges. And yes, you can absolutely use baby wipes to do this. Again, if you know me and you have been to the store or the studio, you know I have several thousand packages of alcohol wipes. Don't question me, just use them. Just use them. But they come in very handy when we're doing these type projects, don't they? All right, again, I do not want to stamp over my hydrangeas, but I do want my roses in the same garden. So we're going to mask the hydrangeas and we're going to lay those roses in right beside them. I'm going to grab my dry brayer and I'm going to impress that inked image, nice and juicy inked image, right onto the tail of this shirt. We're going to have roses hanging off our tail. It's okay. Here we go. Roll over it several times. Make sure you get that ink into the fibers of the shirt because you want those to soak in. Bam. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. I love that. All right, I'm going to wipe off the mask. I got it on my shirt. It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to put these masks to the side because now I want my roses. And let's shift just a little bit because when you have roses, you have bumblebees. So let's take a look. We have giant bumblebees in here. There's some smaller ones. There's smaller ones. What do we have in Charlotte? Let's compare. Let's compare the bee from Charlotte to the bee from Birds and Bees. So here's the Charlotte bees, really cute. And here are the Birds and Bees bees. I'm going with the Charlotte bee, y'all. I'm gonna go with the Charlotte bee because he looks like he's coming in to land on the roses. So let's get him out of his package. Down here toward the bottom, right here. He's so cute. All right, we'll set that there. Let me get my mini stamp acrylic block. Let me show you. These are strictly in the studio, but you know what? They're just the right size for something like this so that we can stamp them and not get it all over the place. This I could probably use the decolorant for right now. I'm going to go ahead and lay my turmeric down on my bee. And then let's come back in and let's gently cast over that turmeric with our black ink. Let's get just the highlights that we need. And let's clean up around the edges of the acrylic block. And we have these in the studio. They just work really well with the smaller stamps. Now I'm going to mask over the roses up to that tip edge right there. And then let's just lay this bumblebee in, coming in right there on top of that rose. And this acrylic is nice and thick, so you can put a good bit of pressure on and just rub over the shape of the stamp. and lift, and we've got a bee right on top of our roses, just like he would if he lived in my garden. If the deer hadn't eaten my roses, just like that. Yeah, that's lovely. All right, I like the bee from Charlotte. That is an excellent bee. All right, we'll set him back in, and we will cover these back over just to keep them good and clean. Plus, I'm fussy about it like that. We do need a butterfly too, don't we? What else do we need? We need more time because it's 9:35, y'all. And I have a cabinet that has to get painted. So I'm going to dash out of here, finish my cabinet, put the paint away because I rebuilt it yesterday. And I'm going to complete this evening during our workshop, and probably even do more tomorrow morning during our workshop. You can sign up. You can RSVP. Boop, just like that. Or sort of like that, so it's straight. You can RSVP on our website, twogirlstreasure.com. Look for the Family Fun Night. Just search for that, or go to the studio and see what's in there. It's all of this goodness. And join me. Let's recreate something that we love to wear, that we don't always love. How plain and simple it is, because we know we can make it absolutely fabulous. I'm Diane Pruitt in the studio at Two Girls Treasure. Thank you so very much for joining me this morning. It's Friday. Look for our Friday finds coming up soon. And make sure you grab the color of the week. It's Cloverfield, y'all. And it's beautiful. Purchase the Iron Orchid Designs Etiquette Foil Transfer Set and get 10% off your quart of Cloverfield. If you have your studio bag, you can save even more. I will see you right back here Monday morning live at 9 a.m. We have some big work we better get done in here. And I will see you this evening at 5:30 right here in the studio. Y'all have an absolutely wonderful and blessed day. Thank you for being here with me this week. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you real soon. Bye now.